Hey friend, this is the Traveling Wellnesspreneur podcast, and I'm your host, Allie Temple. I travel full-time running my dream wellness biz from the tropics, and I want to share with you how you can create a lifestyle of freedom and purpose too. Stay tuned for inspiring and fun conversations that will empower you to take action towards your dream lifestyle of travel and freedom. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Traveling Wellnesspreneur podcast, my love. So today I am sharing my first Biz Building Bite episode. It's a working title, but if you don't already know, I do mentor and coach yoga teachers and healers and other wellness entrepreneurs, not only on how to begin traveling with their remote business, but also how to start growing their remote business. So whether they plan to travel or not, they are entrepreneurs looking for more freedom, flexibility, and purpose. And so from time to time, I'm going to be sharing some tips for you along the way in how you can start to grow your unique wellness business. And today, that is what I'll be sharing with you. In today's episode, I'll be breaking down 5 reasons why you need a niche for your business. Now, I know many yoga teachers and healers that I work with in my one-to-one programs and my courses. A lot of them are resistant to niching down. I get it. I've been there before as well. But if you want to stand out and grow your business and build something that supports you so you can live and work on your own terms, niching down is one of the places that you need to start. Okay, before I get into today's episode, I want to share with you that I am offering a huge Black Friday promo this November 20th to 27th, 2023. So if you are catching this during or before those dates, I'm offering a promo on my one-to-one Biz and Mindset Coaching Program. It's called Deep Dive. And I'll share the details in the show notes, including the link to learn more about this promo. So you can get a sneak peek before the promo officially opens on Monday the 20th, in case you're catching this before then. So check the show notes to learn more about the Deep Dive program and about how you can score up to $1,500 in savings and bonuses if you sign up to start with me in January, while the promo is running next week in November. All right, enough about that. Let's get into the episode, and I'll share with you all of the reasons why you need to start niching down. You have a clear niche for your wellness business yet, I'm going to share some reasons why this is one of the most important things you'll need to do if you want to build a successful wellness business, have freedom, have flexibility, create your own schedule, travel the world, or work from bed, or whatever you want to do. This is something that I know a lot of you might be resistant to. You might have dipped your toe into the idea of having a niche, and I'm sure you probably are already familiar with this term, but a niche basically is a specialty that you choose to focus on with your business. I want to highlight something before I get into the reasons why it's so important as a wellness entrepreneur that you have a niche. But before we get to those 5 reasons, I want to talk about something that I notice often with my one-on-one clients and clients that I've had in other programs around this, because this is basically where we start. We refine the niche and then we build from there. One thing that a lot of you I know are hesitant about is that you have all of these passions, you have all of these ideas of who you want to help. You don't want to disclude anybody. You want to offer yoga for all, or breathwork for everyone, or health coaching in general, because you don't want to leave anyone out. And there could be a little bit of a fear of niching down too much, being too specific, and thinking that that might not bring in enough income, but it's really the opposite. And one thing to note is that your niche is a living, breathing thing. This is something that everyone who's worked with me so far, we talk about this a lot. You can change your mind. So if you are feeling like scared that you're going to pigeonhole yourself into one focus or one category and then you're stuck with it forever, that is so not the case. Like myself, just for example, I've been doing this for years now, and I went through kids yoga, yoga with essential oils, yoga for sleep, yoga for burnout. I've done all kinds of things. You can try something out and see if it feels good and see if it sticks, and then you can change your mind. But the really important thing is that you actually do choose one specialty, one focus, and you start to create your content and your programs and your offerings specifically for that person. So you want to choose for your niche what problem you are solving and what solution you are offering. And the more clear, the more specific, the better. So I want to share now some reasons why this is so important if I haven't already convinced you. When we talk about niching down, like I said before, I know some of you are scared that you won't reach enough people, but especially if you want to offer some online offerings, it's really important to niche down. And this is actually how you're going to be able to stand out. And even if you don't want to do the online stuff, you still need to show up online if you want to have a successful business. And I hate to break it to you. I know that not all of us love to do that. But it's true, like to reach a certain level of your business where you are thriving and you're doing it on your own in your way, you need to have a presence online. We all know that the online space is saturated. There are plenty of yoga teachers and health coaches and all of us already existing online. So if you have a clear niche or specialty, this is going to help you stand out in the online space and in your community as well. Like if you want to really just focus on in-person offerings in your community, chances are there's already someone in your community doing what you do. So if you were to actually focus on something more specific, then your people are going to find you. They're going to want to work with you because you so clearly have shown them how you can help them in a really specific way that helps them feel connected. So the more specific you can get with your niche, the more you're going to stand out and find your ideal students and clients that will really want to work with you. It takes a little bit of time, but trust me, this is super, super important in order to stand out in your field. So the second reason why you need to niche down, if you haven't already niched down, this one's really important because I know that so many of us struggle with creating content, knowing what to post, what to talk about, what to share online especially, and probably you struggle with what kind of offerings you should make. Right? You probably have a ton of different ideas, but when you niche down to one specific category, this is going to help you focus and decide on what you do want to create. This is going to make it so much easier for you to create content and for you to decide what kind of workshop you want to lead and what kind of retreat you want to start planning, and what you want to focus on with your one-on-one program and all of that stuff. So this is really going to help you out when you are creating content and creating offerings. So if you have like a hard time focusing when it comes to building your business and your offerings and your content, trust me, this is going to be a game changer for you when you niche down. So the third reason why you need to niche down right now is so that you can form deeper connections with your ideal clients and students. I've already mentioned this a little bit, but when you niche down and you have a really clear ideal student or client in mind, you can create the content and the offerings that actually speak to them. So there's no more yoga for all. There's no more just general health coaching. Who are you serving and what problem are you solving? When you choose something, especially that you are passionate about, something that you have maybe struggled with in the past, often that is where we choose a niche from. something that you have overcome, something that is directly related to you in some capacity, something that you just love to share, that is going to come through in your messaging and your offerings. And the right people are going to stumble across what you have to offer, and you're going to pull them in because they are going to feel like you're speaking directly to them when you get this specific messaging out and this clear transformation that you're offering. When it comes to wanting to find more ideal clients and ultimately make more money, which we'll talk about in a moment, but serve more people, the way to do that is to make connections. It's just like if you are teaching yoga in a studio and you have certain students that come back to your classes, it's because they've made a connection with you. They just want to be in your class. And that is such an important piece for building out your business and for the growth of your business. We've got to build those connections. So you need to show that you are an expert in your field. You need to be a little bit vulnerable with your story so that you can make those connections. Building authority in your wellness space, wherever that is, this is a really important one as well, because you need to choose a niche that you are knowledgeable in and comfortable talking about. Of course, you can learn along the way. You don't have to know everything about this specialty. That's an important point as well, because sometimes we can hold ourselves back. We have self-doubt. We don't feel ready or good enough and all of those things. And then we don't put out the information. We don't show up as an expert in the space because we don't believe in ourselves. And that is something that you need to clear out if that's happening for you. You need to build authority in your space to prove that you're an expert. And in order to be an expert on something, you really just need to know a little bit more than the people that you are teaching. You don't need to know everything. Okay, let's let go of that. Let's release the perfectionism and all of the things that are holding you back from showing up as an expert, because chances are you've done already so many trainings, workshops, listened to podcasts and read the books, and you know enough to share whatever the specialty is that you want to be sharing with the world. So you need to step into your authority and prove to people that you are an expert, that you know what you're talking about, and that you're going to be able to help them. So we all know that we didn't get into the wellness industry in order to get rich, right? I mean, I can only hope that everyone here did not do that. But at the same time, it's important for you to make a decent living so that you can take care of yourself and then in turn be able to show up for more people and help more people. It's that simple. So for those of you, if you have an aversion to charging a good amount of money for your services, or it's uncomfortable for you to think about making a good living offering whatever it is that you're offering in the wellness space, this is important, because if you can't make a decent living for yourself, then you're not going to be able to share your gifts with others in a way that is sustainable, okay? So when you have a clear niche, you're going to be able to create higher ticket offers that actually sell. Remember that this is a business and you deserve to make money doing what you love, and it is possible. This is going to boost your income, obviously, and level up your lifestyle, like I said, so that you can take better care of yourself and your family and your loved ones, so that you can show up in a more powerful way to help others. So there's that cycle that's really an important thing when you are thinking about growing your wellness biz. Those are the reasons why you need to choose a specialty or a niche for your wellness biz. Whether you're online or in person, I always suggest a combo of both, especially if you want to start to grow a global community and host events around the world like retreats. It really does make a difference when you are showing up online regularly and sharing content that is created for your ideal clients or students. Just remember that once you do choose your specialty, it's not set in stone. You need to really show up with it and be consistent and be strategic around how you are creating your content and your offerings for this niche. But you can always change it down the road as you evolve. Your niche likely will evolve as well. DM me if you have any questions about choosing your niche. That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, let's stay connected. Follow me on Instagram at Ali Temple Yoga. Join us in the Traveling Wellnesspreneurs Facebook group. And if you enjoyed this episode, please take a minute to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. See you next time.